'cause I'm done cleaning up your mess. Found myself in my regrets. I've become a
Alright, so today I'm working on my GMC Sierra. You can see here, we've got a bad seat cover. I ordered a new one online. Looks really good quality. It has a really thick material. We're just gonna tear it apart, show you how to rewrap it. The first thing that we're gonna do is remove it out of the truck. To get it out of the truck, I used a 12-point socket that was 19/32, and then another 12-point socket that was 7/16. The ones in my truck are actually a star-shaped socket, which is like an E something. I didn't measure it out. I just grabbed a 12-point that worked. It'll come out just fine. The other thing you're gonna need is a T15 star bit to get this front panel off. Sorry if the lighting's not ideal. Alright, so I pretty much just pulls straight out. You've got a couple clips that are upside down. I suppose I could show you a little better angle. Right here. And there's another one that has a clip where you have to like squeeze it right in between the plug itself and that plate. So it's right here, you gotta squeeze it like this, kind of hook your finger back. And then you've got that there. The screwdriver would be nice. I'm just gonna use a screw. There we go. That panel's off. We needed to take that off because we have these plugs. These won't go through the seat with it on. So next thing we're gonna need to do we're gonna flip it. So obviously every one of these wires is gonna have to be disconnected. It looks scary, but you can't really mess it up. Everything goes back, there's only one plug for each socket. Like the shapes are all different, so you don't have to worry about mixing and matching. Just try to pay attention to where these run. If they go through the wrong spot, they might rub one of these steel bars, and they're pretty sharp, which is why I'm wearing my crappy gloves. If I slipped off of something, I probably would cut myself, and because I'm pretty clumsy, that's pretty much a guarantee. Also, sorry about my hacking and coughing. I was coming down with something, and I'm just kind of getting over it. I've been getting over it for like the last month, I feel. But anyways, so we've got this 13 millimeter bolt here and here. Those are going to be the next things that have to come off, and then we're just going to go to town on these connectors and show you how to pull the seat cushion off. Alright, so we have to disconnect pretty much all of these connectors.
Now
Okay, I got another tool in my arsenal. It's one of these little clip disconnects. Pretty much you slide it underneath one of your electrical connectors that's in one of your holes, and it'll allow you to just kind of pry it out without breaking the clip. 9 times out of 10 it actually works the way it's supposed to. The clip still breaks just because it stretches the peg. But just use it to gently pry out this guy out of one of these holes up here. Alright, so that should be it. Should be able to lift right off now. And of course, by should, I mean, it's possible that it might, but I actually missed another bolt or another plug here. Alright, that one was different. Alright. Lots of change rolling around here. So pretty much all I'm going to do now is disconnect, remove all these. I'm a fan of screwdrivers, I'm a fan of gloves. I used to never work with gloves, but my hands have gotten so beat up over the years, and even right now, every time I feel like, it's just a quick job, I'll do it real quick, my hand slips off a wrench, and then I've got scars and stuff that hurt for the next couple of days. So pretty much all I did there was I just put the screwdriver down and pry it up, and then I'm using my hands and my leverage to pull up on that part there. And we're just gonna fold everything around. There's a plastic piece underneath, and pretty much what you're going to be doing is you're going to be flipping it inside out, and the plastic is there to help maintain its shape once it's rotated 100 degrees or 180 degrees. Don't worry about the corners just yet. We'll get that once we get the centerpiece out. And that side is going to be a bear. It's all cheap. Once you get to the middle, you can work your way outwards, and once you get the middle off, The corner pieces will come off with it. And then here's another corner piece. And you're going to assemble it the same way. You're going to start in the corners, and then you're going to work in the middle, and then go around the outer perimeter. And you're just going to work it until the whole thing is inside out. And you're just going to this leather's cracking just from the pressure that I'm putting on. That's how old and crappy it is. Alright. We are upside down. All right. Looks like this is just so old and deteriorated that the Velcro started to come off of this little strip here that holds the seat cover on. I have some foam spray adhesive that I'm going to use to try to get that foam to reseat itself, and once it's down it should be okay. So what we're going to do is with this side here, you don't want to just pull on the cover. This Velcro will do what this did. It'll separate from the foam. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to put your thumb down on it, push down good, and then start lifting and go inch by inch. And once you get to the centerpiece, the middle section has some Velcro also. Again, you don't want to keep going past this point. Here, I'm going to put a box behind it a little bit. You don't want to go past this point too far on here without releasing the middle piece, because you're going to tear your foam. So again, put your finger in there, lift up, go little by little. I'm not even lifting up on the cover. I'm just pushing down on the foam to release it. And now it's released, so I'm going to keep going. Alright, so once the middle's out, work on the side, and then you're going to come over to the center part, and you're going to do the same thing. I'm just pushing down on the cushion, not really lifting up on the cover because I'm more worried about ripping my foam than I am anything else. And then keep going, there you go. Step one complete. Now this is going to spray in a weird pattern. It's going to be about that long, but I'm going to get close enough that it's going to kind of puddle a little bit. I'm trying to stay off my heating element. And you have to spray both sides, otherwise it's not really going to stick. I'm going to wait a minute. Might even throw a tool in there to keep it from touching. I'm going to move on over to this side. And that backside's fine. So I'm going to let that dry, and then we're going to tack it on later. Alright, so this is tacked up pretty good. You don't want it too dry. Look at that, it already pulled the foam off of with the tool. So we're just going to press that in. Oh, I touched the side. Try not to do that. There we go. Push down there good and firm. And this side should be pretty good to go. Just hold it there for a second so it bonds. Look at that. It's not going anywhere. Just gonna hold it for another minute yet. I might as well do that side too. I'm just gonna pull this side down and over to get the glue down in there. There we go. Okay, so that's pretty well tacked up now. We're gonna move on to installing the new seat cover. So the first thing that you wanna do is you wanna match up this line here with that line, and then you wanna make sure that your middle part lines up. If the middle part lines up, the rest of it should be just fine. So you're just gonna put that back line on there. Just kind of hold it, don't push it down yet. And you're gonna line up the middle section. All right, so now because there's a little T here, you're gonna match that up and you're gonna just start pushing it on. Push it on that little Velcro piece that goes up and down the middle. And same thing with the back side. Now that should be in pretty good position where the rest of this should just kind of fall into place. And I'm just gonna go around pushing the Velcros together. Same thing with this back side. Okay. So, in reverse order, I'm going to start with the back side. I'm going to pull it good and tight and get around that back edge. And same thing with this side here. And give it a good tug. And I'm going to start bringing that around. Okay, so you're gonna have these little peaks here. You're just gonna wanna grab it. I guess you wanna get the rest of this out first. Okay. So we're just gonna grab it, pull it kind of smooth. Go. Flip it back over and going again in reverse order. I'm going to start with the back side. It's easiest. And we're going to come over here. Now remember when we were going around this back side before, we're going to start in the corners. And we're going to flip it inside out. And there's grooves. You don't want to put this plastic over the lip and think that it's just gonna get a hold there. You actually have to fold it in before you take it over that metal edge, and you'll see a groove in that plastic piece before you flip it. Now this is going to be the tricky part. You actually have to pull it up and try to roll it around that top edge, and you can try to push it down. That'll give you a little bit more leverage. It'll stretch just that much more for you. And that one clipped into place just fine. Move over here. Push the foam down. Lift up there. And put that piece on that corner. Just gotta finagle it a little bit until it goes into all the grooves. There we go. Now I'm gonna work the front, starting with the middle. And work my way out towards that back corner. Whew. It's actually starting to get a little warm in here. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. It looks like that corner piece came out on me. So I'm just gonna see about releasing only half of it and start over in this corner. It's not gonna work. There we go. we'll take our other leather pieces or other hooks, and we're gonna put those back where we found them. Go back over, just massage it. When you massage it, it'll find its home on the foam, and there you have it. The seat cover is covered. The only thing I gotta do now is take a knife, and I need to cut out the area where my controls were. Okay, so I'm gonna admit I did order the wrong cover, or maybe I should have put a note to the seller. When I got it, I wasn't really thinking about the fact that there are still basic vehicles that don't have a control panel on it. And that's why I decided to just cut this out. I'm not going to bother ordering another one since I've already done the job once. I'm just going to feel with my finger, find out where it ends, and we're just going to add a few little slits. And this feels like pretty nice material. I don't expect to have any tearing issues. But if I do, I'll deal with that later. This is for my personal truck. If it was for a customer, I definitely wouldn't be doing this. I would have done it right. Obviously, I would have ordered a new cover for them and eaten the cost, because it's what we do for our customers. Alright, so I've got my holes made. Check the fit. A little tight yet. And I'll get my scissors. There we go. That looks like that'll work.